But now it's been quite a season for Everton and David Moyes, a new stadium, and flying, absolutely flying in the league. And who knows, could European football be on the way to Hull Dickinson?
Space here for Dewsbury-Hall, getting the wrong side of Fernandes, gets it back onto his right foot, shoots into the far corner and scores a terrific goal. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall.
Does Everton pick up their 7th win on the road this season? For me, they've deserved it. Newcastle 2, Everton 3.
He won't talk about Europe. Doesn't want to get distracted by that. It's the old mantra of one game at a time.
My plan was to be pretty cool about it and just take it, which I will do. But it's good news, and Everton haven't had enough good news in past seasons.
Everton 2, Burnley 0. Maybe this home hoodoo is about to end. It's Kieran Dewsbury-Hall who's got it. It's a lovely bit of football, actually.
It's got Everton moving forward, and long may this continue for the Blues.
Surely European football return.
Yep, that's right. Everton are flying 8th at the table, 1 point behind European place. Manager David Moyes is currently not getting carried away, as you'd expect, with a European dream. But one thing's for sure, the good times are certainly back at Everton. So I'm really pleased to say the man joins us right now, Everton manager David Moyes. David, good morning, mate.
Good morning, David.
Morning, all.
David, here's a quick one for you, mate. I know we'll not be talking European football. We'll calm everything down. I want to start with this statistic, right, which I would imagine would please you as much as anything. Everton, after reaching the 40-point mark in 28 games, that's only the second time they've done that in 9 seasons. Now, I reckon that in itself is an achievement. But, and I know you'll play it down, you must have a wee thought about European football.
Well, I said right at the start, Coisty, that I said to the players that we need to try and aim for it and hope that it was possible. In truth, it looked a million miles away, to be honest, at the start. But I have to say, we got off to a pretty good start in the league, and it's given us something to hold on to. We've been up and down, and we're probably just on the outside of European football, if we're honest. But we're not that far away that we couldn't try and make a go of it.
David, obviously the Grealish injury was disappointing, but how happy are you now with the competition for places? Beto and Barry are in great form. You've got McNeil and Dibbling fighting for a spot. NDI and Tyreek George. You've got Branthwaite back as well. The squad's looking more healthy now, isn't it?
It certainly is. I mean, I have to say, Jack was brilliant for us in the early part of the season. He gave us lots of things which we haven't had, and he helped the team greatly. So we've missed him, and we missed him over the middle of the season, middle of sort of December and January, really, when we had also a few injuries as well. But probably no different to other clubs. But we're just beginning to find our feet a little bit again, and the players you mentioned, they're all beginning to step up. So the boys who come back from AFCON have done much better recently, and Kieran Dewsbury-Hall come back from injury, back scoring again. And as you said, Gabby, the two centre forwards are just beginning to share some goals between them, which has been helpful, that's for sure.
It's a lot of things to please you, David. What's pleased you most? And do you feel, the second question I had, do you feel your away form's been nothing short of excellent? Do you feel you've settled into your new surroundings totally yet?
No, probably not, Coisty, because for whatever reason, I think if you even look back at all the teams who moved to new stadiums, I think just about them all have struggled in the first year back in. I don't know if there's a problem with that generally. I mean, you've all played at Goodison, and you know what it's like. The pressure, the tightness of the stadium, the crowd there. Suddenly we've got a fantastic new big arena with new seats for all the supporters as well. So there's lots of things playing a factor in it. I actually think that the away supporters coming to the Hull Dickinson are loving it, because it's coming to a new stadium, chance to see it. So there's a lot of things playing a little bit of a reason maybe why, but obviously we have to get back, and eventually hopefully we'll turn it around, and I'm hoping before the end of the season we can turn some of those home games into wins if we can, because we have some big games, a lot of the big teams to play yet.
David, how good is Kieran Dewsbury-Hall? Because before his injury, he was in great form. He's come back, scored a great goal the other night. What level can he get to? Can he break into the England squad? Because he looks like a good player and a good lad as well.
Gabby's played really, really well. He's made a huge difference to us. And I mentioned Jack Grealish there, but Kieran has made as big a difference as MD. More importantly, he did say when I was signing him, he said he would get goals, and we wanted goals from midfield players.
Yes,
he's played really well. He's a very good footballer. I would have thought he wouldn't have been a million miles off the Group England players. It might just come a bit quick, the World Cup. Who knows what happens after that? You know, there's normally a little bit of change in things. So if he keeps doing as well as he's doing, he won't be too far away from it, I don't think.
David, where are we just now? Coaches, modern coaches and managers, are they having to, what's the best way to put it, kind of readapt, right, to changes in the game, going back the way, and I don't necessarily mean going back in a bad thing, I mean back in history, in terms of long throws, in terms of the influence. Is there a greater influence now in set plays, particularly corners, and clearly long throws coming back into the game?
Yeah, but look, I think if you look at it, nearly most coaches, most clubs now have got set piece coaches, for example. But that's something which has been introduced. You know, there isn't a coaching badge for a set piece coach at the moment, so it's not something that you can go and get your UEFA Pro license and study it. So, but we've got people who are coming in and trying to find small margins to make a difference. By the way, I have no problem with set pieces whatsoever. It's been part of football since the dot. We've all been involved in it, but there is much more detail goes into trying to score from them, much more detail going into trying to defend. Look, in years gone by, we'll all know, I talked about here, we used to go to Stoke and see Tony Pulis' team and all have to be prepared for it. So, you know, if you're good at it, then why not use it? I don't see why you wouldn't try and find a way of winning, and some teams are doing it. But certainly the Premier League standard has risen so greatly. And I actually think that there's so little between so many teams in the Premier League. Obviously, we'll get 2 or 3 top teams in the league who could probably be in front of the others, but there's so little between the rest. Every small margin makes a big difference.
I want to ask you about your goalkeeper, because for me, I think he's underrated. The save against Newcastle, wow,
ridiculous.
Like I still don't know how he saved
ridiculous.
That. He does make me laugh at times, David, because if I was a centre half, I think I'd have a go at him every game because of the way he screams at everything. But I'm sure you're delighted with his performances.
Moyes, I don't know him, mate. I don't know him, but I look at him, right, and he seems to me as though he would just be I've said it before, he'd just be a brilliant teammate, mate. You know.
He's a really, really good goalkeeper. Very good, because he's got good distribution as well. His agility, as you can see, is excellent. I mean, his save the other day was
ridiculous.
You know, I'm on the touchline thinking it's the end. The minute I saw Tonali strike it, I thought there was nothing he could do different, really. He hit it so well. It was a brilliant, brilliant save. But no, he's got his moments, I have to tell him now and again. You know, I think he's better. I think he's better when he keeps himself, you know, steady, not getting caught up in all the things he does. And look, he's an experienced player now. He's got plenty of games. I don't know, he must be close to 100 caps, or getting closer to it for England anyway, that's for sure. But,
I'm laughing. I'm dying to hear. You can tell me another time about the moments you had for him. That's the ones I want to hear about, Moyes.
I know.
Well, listen, we're talking about set plays, we're talking about corners, we're talking about long throws. Your next game, obviously, riding high in the league. Well, one of your next games, the Arsenal, they had a brought. Obviously, everything went well for them last night.
Yeah.
You can say what you like. I think people are getting them a little bit unjustified criticism, David. I mean, it's remarkable. They're still in 4-2 and it's the top of the league, and people are moaning about the standard of football playing. The one thing's guaranteed, mate, you've been for a game, that's for sure.
Oh, not half. I mean, look, they've been brilliant all year, Arsenal, haven't they, really? You know, they're doing great. They look as if they're probably one of the favourites to win the Champions League, which is a great thing to say. You're in the top 1 or 2 teams in Europe. They've been leading the Premier League nearly from the start. Nobody's really looked as if they've been catching them. And yeah, Man City are having a good go at it. But let's be fair, you know, I don't think anybody would have expected them to sort of walk off with it, and nobody challenged them at all. So I have to say, I think Mikel's done a brilliant job. And I hear quite a lot of criticism of Arsenal, and I quite often, you know, when you're in football and you actually know what happens and how it works, and you boys are in it, they are doing amazing to be leading the league and being out there. So we've got a tough game, but hopefully our away record might stand up when it gets to Arsenal in a couple of weeks' time.